Hi all, welcome back. Happy New Year to you. This is the first video of 2023. Christmas was okay. I'm not really into Christmas. We had a few problems Christmas Day on the 25th. It was probably about 12:30 UK time that our sink in the kitchen, the drainage was blocked on it and was no longer draining, etc. And everybody was panicking of what to do. Myself and my two kids were rendered drain operatives, cleaning out things. It wasn't pleasant, and it took about an hour or so to get everything apart, cleaned out, and put back. A lot of it was from years ago. We used to have our washing machine used to feed into the same drain, and it was a mixture of almost like wool and other stuff. It was not nice, but it was a way to pass the day, I suppose. It was a small family get-together, just myself, my wife and my two kids. It was a nice day. New Year, that was not so nice. I spent New Year's Eve, my wife was working, my eldest daughter was over her boyfriend's, and it was just me and my youngest daughter, and my youngest was playing computer games, so I spent quite a while talking to a friend of mine. Went to bed, and I don't know, this is early hours of New Year's Day now. I woke up and I keep getting these, I don't know how you describe them. My body literally goes rigid, and it's almost like every muscle wants to stretch at the same time, and I feel like I'm growing about 3 feet with the amount of stretching. Downside of it, I put my back out as well, so I pulled a muscle in my back, and that was really painful for about a week and a bit. The only thing I would say which was interesting is a friend of mine recommended one of these TENS machines. I don't know if you guys have heard them. Basically, it's a couple of little pads that you stick to your body, and it applies electric energy spikes, surges, shocks, whatever you want to call it, stimulus. Bit skeptical, but the pain sort of said to me, yeah. The price of it was really quite cheap. When I first heard about these things, they were like £200 or £300. Now they're less than 50 for a decent one, and they go down to about £18 now for the really sort of dodgy looking things. So I bought one from a well-known online retailer, and that cost me £39. I think it was 39, nearly £40. Stuck it on and gingerly turned the system over to acupuncture mode, and started at the very lowest sensation, and within about 5 minutes, I suppose, I was around about 50% energy, 50% level, and yeah, 20 minutes of that, and that was quite nice. It helped the back. It didn't take it away, but it felt easier. Now that could be placebo effect, I've convinced myself it was going to help, don't know. But over a week, I did 3 20-minute sessions a day over a week, and the backache went. So yeah, that's been good. Also had a letter which made me smile, from the hospital, saying I've got to go in for routine bloods, and I was thinking, yeah, it's going to be like 2 or 3 weeks like it normally is, ahead for the appointment. And yeah, the appointment, I think, if I recall, was in May, so there's quite a bit of notice there, so that did make me smile a little bit. It was so far ahead. Work, yeah, it's still going. Still able to work from home a little bit, been into the office a little bit. overall, other than the backache at the start of the year, been fine. The only thing I do suffer from, and I've only suffered this from back in 2020, I had a mild dose of COVID when it was an unknown thing, and my wife lost her sense of smell at that point, and I just had what felt like a really heavy cold. But since then, I've had this sort of wet, runny nose. It's always damp. It's always, running. And first thing in the morning, it's really bad. And sort of breakfast time, really bad. Not too bad at lunchtime. Evening time, around about 5 o'clock, it starts running, and it starts running and running and running and running, and just will not stop. And that's been going on since, like I said, February 2020. But it's just one of those things, and I just kind of got so used to it now. So, plans for this year. My good lady is going back to her home country in February for a little while. I would love to have gone with her, but not able to travel. So that's out of the question. And facilities there are not great. And from what I remember of it, and this is going back a few years now, the surfaces are not that even. And at the moment, with my walking, I struggle when I transition from one surface type to another, or one bumpy surface to a smooth surface, or the other way around. It's just, I don't know, confuses my brain, I think. So that's sort of February, March time. I've kind of got my mojo back for my amateur radio hobby. For my local radio club, I'm the events coordinator. So we've got 5 events planned throughout this year, one of which can't go into too much detail at the moment because it's a bit hush-hush, as it were. It's quite complicated and it has taken a bit of setting up, but it will be absolutely amazing if it does happen. We've also got a radio show at a 1940s railway station event. We're also doing some lighthouses and a visit to a windmill as well to operate from. I can get there. Most of the sites I've got parking quite close to the actual place where we actually have the station, so it's not too bad to get to and mobilize around and things like that. The only thing I've always got to be a bit careful of is the need for loos and things, because I get good days and bad days. Some days I can go for hours, and I mean, we're talking 6 to 7 hours between wanting to have a wee, and other times it's like every 20 minutes. So yeah, it's different. Okay, this stuff doesn't help. Let's just sort of sat here with a coffee. This is why I'm out and about at the moment. Not too far from home, probably about sort of 10-15 minutes. But you can see over my shoulder here, I sort of do live not out in the country, but I don't live in the centre of the city, so it's not too it's green. There's lots of green to see, which is nice. So yeah, the radio stuff has got an interest back again. I'm involved with a friend of mine on a big non-club related project, which is ongoing. I've had a crash course in learning Linux, which is an operating system for computers. Never used the stuff prior to what I'm doing at the moment, this project, and yeah, it's fun. Not. That's all I can say. But other than that, everything else is good. What else have I got planned for this year? I will try and make some more content a lot more regular. It's just, I get to this point where it's, am I going to do something? No. Have I got anything to say? Not really. Basically, this video started off to sort of tell you what had happened over Christmas and the New Year. with the drains in my back. And that's about it. So hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully you're all keeping safe and well. Again, please make some comments and pop them down below here about stuff that you might want to know, what you might want to ask. Don't be nervous. If I don't know the answer, I can go and try and sort of find out stuff about the subject and things like that. So hopefully catch you all in the future. I'm going to go and finish drinking the beverage, and then I should be heading home. I've got a delivery sometime between 11:30 and 3:30, and when you look at the tracking details, there are none. So I shall be going home and waiting for a delivery man. Catch you all later. Bye.